Hello and welcome to the Fresh Film Young Filmmakers Guide to Filmmaking as part of Cruinniú 2020. I'm Sean Tracy and I'll be taking you through a step-by-step guide on filmmaking. This year, because of social distancing, we are online, and now thanks to RTE, we're on your TV. We have a programme packed with some great clips from short films produced by our very own Irish filmmakers, and we've even squeezed in some international talent too. We'll be sharing some tips along the way, so hopefully you can learn something new, and who knows, maybe you could be directing your new film very soon. Please don't worry if you don't have a state-of-the-art camera. We will be explaining some really simple ways to get started. You only need a pen and paper to start the creative process, so make sure you have one handy. Let's have a look at our first film. This film was made by a school who run their own film club. Does your school have a film club? If you think one is a good idea, talk to your teachers. This school worked together to bring to life the true story of Winnie Nealis. Winnie was one of the 4,114 orphan girls who immigrated to Australia during the Great Famine. Orphan Girl was produced by the team at Becky National School Film Club, County Mayo, and is based on the book Mayo's Forgotten Famine Girls by Terry Riley.
I have something to tell you, Patrick. The matron has already told me. You will be going to Australia with the other girls. I don't have to go. We said we'd stay together. You have to go. There's no life for us here. But who'll look after my little toddler? I'll be fine. The shoemaker tells me there'll be work for me in England. I've made you this leather purse. Thank you. It's lovely. It will always remind me of you.
Dearest Patrick, after 50 days on board, we are halfway to Australia. We are up at 7 o'clock, sweeping and tidying the decks. The food is much better here than the workhouse, and we get 3 meals a day. The storms are the worst part about being on board. They put the fear of God in you. Can you believe we have 5 hours of school each day?
Matron, should we not change the words to a happy Australian child now?
Clever, Winnie. I hope you put your cleverness to good use in Australia.
Winnie did indeed put her cleverness to good use in Australia.
She worked in Melbourne as a domestic servant where she married Samuel Pickersgill. They set up a successful tented village for gold miners before becoming the first settlers on Churchill Island. She soon transformed it into a profitable farm.
Our number one top tip when creating a film is to have a go at coming up with an idea. You can look at what's already out there, such as an account of a historical event found in a book, or you can come up with your very own idea. Here are some tips for developing ideas.
There are many ways that you can develop an idea for a short film. If you have a past experience, you can build a narrative based on that experience. Brainstorming is also a great way as it can help awaken your mind.
I have a notebook and I write down all my ideas in the notebook. It can be really weird, random thoughts, but I write down any and every idea I have, and then I kind of mix the ideas together, which later on develops it into its own story.
I usually start off by imagining how the film will look, and then I draw the characters and make a character profile of what they want and how they act, and then I also create playlists so that I can get in the mood of the film while I'm writing it.
Our next film is Have You Seen Buster by Emmanuel Lee from the UK. In this film, we see a determined 12-year-old Jacob searching for his dog, Buster. A simple idea of a missing dog leads to some great community spirit and a range of emotions pet owners experience when momentarily losing their animal. We've all had that feeling when realizing something we love is missing. Has anyone seen my phone? Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
Have you seen Buster?
Again. Any luck finding Buster?
Carrots!
Yes, carrots.
See you later, Dad.
Buster! Good boy.
Hey, let's get you home, shall we?
All right, Buster. Stay here. Okay?
Oh my God, Buster!
Hey, Sophie. I was wondering if maybe you'd like to, I don't know, go and see a movie with me sometime? Or we could go to the park, you know? Whatever you'd like to do. Because the truth is, I've been meaning to tell you for a while now.
Many stories start by introducing the characters, and along the way, those characters present us with a problem that needs to be solved. The dog was found, but then we discover that the dog was just another layer in the story, and that Jacob wanted to spend more time with the girl whose dog it was. Clever, right? Once you have your idea, it's time to get thinking about the way you plan to film it. Is this an animation or a film involving people as actors? If you are using people, then you need to choose wisely. Consider friends you've already seen in a play or confidently talking on their social media channel. In your notebook, write the names of people who you know are confident performers. Think about the people in your life who you know and who might also be comfortable on camera. If you can't think of anyone, or if people simply don't want to take part, that is no problem. There is a very easy solution. Act in it yourself. I've acted in way too many of my own films, and I've even awarded myself the coveted Penguin Prize. Here are some top tips for selecting characters and performers in your story.
Well, when selecting characters, you need to have a protagonist and an antagonist. An antagonist is a villain who wants to stop the hero from succeeding, while the protagonist is the hero with his own goals and aspirations.
The characters don't necessarily have to be humans. You can make talking trees or chairs. With the help of movie magic, you can make normal household objects into talking characters.
When we're collecting characters, if we're going to have lots of different people, like if I'm going to be acting with my friends, we will have characters based on ourselves, just change a few things.
In order to select characters when making my stories is by drawing from real life, because I feel like the most compelling characters have characteristics that we see in our everyday lives, and it also makes the characters more realistic.
In the film Rue, created by yours truly, I used people I knew would be able to follow my direction but also be totally natural on camera. I was very fortunate in creating this film, as the actors I worked with were already great friends of mine, super confident, and without a doubt, they are also seriously talented. The film is about two friends and a mistake that's made that might not be fixable. Sometimes we can't take back our words or our actions, even when we want to. Take a look.
I have to go.
You can't let him leave like this. Look, Dan, you made a mistake. The best thing you can do is apologise. Your mom will pick you up tomorrow, okay? Look, he's going to be gone before you know it, so try and keep that in mind tonight.
Alright, see you. Cheers.
For what?
Convincing my mum.
Is she that bad? What do you even study for?
Dunno. She just hands me sheets and expects me to learn them.
And do you? Where are you going?
My mum won't be back.
Bro, we've been here for like 2 minutes.
She can't wait, Luke.
Just 5 more minutes then.
She can't wait. You wouldn't understand. You didn't even have a mum anyways. I didn't mean...
No. You wouldn't understand.
Once you have your characters, you need to spend a little time thinking about costumes. You know, is it everyday clothing, or do you need to dress up like it's a certain time period? Shiver me timbers! We have a collection of films to share with you, all around a minute long. When making your first film, consider keeping it under a minute, and gradually as your confidence grows, you can make the next one a little longer and a little more adventurous. And now previewing on Cruinniú, the animation Cat Crusaders by the Claire Crusaders.
Look!
Someone call the fire brigade.
I'll ring.
Sorry, your credit balance is low. You cannot make this call. I'll try.
Please leave a message. Beep. Here goes nothing.
Beep, beep. I'm a shouty man, and you reached the Ennis fire station. How can I help you?
Hello, Officer Shouty Man, or whatever you call yourself. There's a kitten in a tree outside Claire Crusaders.
Sorry, we couldn't get to you. There's a kitten stuck on the tree.
But that's what I just...
Bye! Beep. What are you gonna do?
I got an idea.
Ow! Get off of me!
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey!
Get off of me! Is everyone okay?
I didn't break anything. I can't feel my everything. Can somebody count my limbs for me? Is anyone there? Where's the cat?
Coming up next, a One Good Turn by Swan Youth Service and Real Youth Collective.
Listen,
My ma says you can't stay here anymore.
Why can't I stay here anymore? You only see me at night and I sleep on the sofa.
My nanny's moving back in and she's taking a sofa bed and she has nowhere else to go.
I'll sleep on the floor though.
No, I won't let you, so come on, I'll help you pack your bags. That should do it for the night. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just here to give this back to you. I'm not here to hurt you, I'm here to help. Do you want me to help you find somewhere for the night?
No, I'm not here to hurt you, I'm here to help you. Do you want me to find you somewhere for tonight? Come on.
Settle in for a treat with Encata, an animation by Max Hendrickson. And for our final clip, it's Text Back by Cornelia Osuagwu. Location is really important. In all of the film clips we have shared today, you could see some moments were filmed outside and others indoors. So start by writing down places near you. Your home, garden, garage, local park. Now, you don't need to be filming in the banquet hall of a magical castle or setting up an old bed in a spooky building or messing about in the parlor of a traditional Irish cottage. Here are some tips on how to choose good locations.
You have to make sure it's not a big public place so that you're not having loads of different people in the background, because you do not want to have that. The safest thing to do is to just film at your own house and be really careful that there are no people in the background and stuff.
Maybe choose a location that's not extremely busy. Also, you have to consider if it's going to be noisy there. There may be a lot of traffic which can create a lot of noise, which can make it hard to record, and the audio might not come out the best.
I suggest you talk to absolutely everyone that you're making a brand new short film, and maybe suggest you're looking for a new office, a shed, a 1980s looking sitting room with an old-fashioned telephone, because you never know who could have access to these places, or if somebody knows somebody who has access to these places. And you'll be surprised how helpful some people can be when you tell them you're making a film.
My advice is to go to the location before you start filming, maybe a couple of weeks before, with just yourself or a couple members of your crew, just so you make sure that everything is okay. The sound is okay, the lighting is okay, because from just looking at photos, you can't determine all of the factors of the location.
So let's have a recap. First, you came up with your idea. Second, you select your characters and cast. Third, you write your script. Fourth, you source costumes. Fifth, you find locations that match the script. And sixth, you actually need to start filming. Remember, you can start your filmmaking journey simply with a mobile phone. Any kind will do. If you don't have one, ask your parents if they can let you borrow theirs, or ask a sibling, but do make sure you get your permission first. Start by making a schedule of what you would like to achieve. How many days will filmmaking take? What's a realistic amount of time for volunteers to allocate to your project? Here are some tips on how to schedule your shoot.
Work with what you've got. Don't write that epic crowd scene unless you know there's going to be a concert next week that you can use the crowd as a backdrop.
I try and coordinate the shooting days with all of the cast and crew as best as I can. I do that by creating polls and seeing and making people vote and see what days that they are available to shoot the film.
Take time to listen to what ideas your cast and crew may have, because it creates a more collaborative environment and basically makes the film more fun because everyone has a creative input.
You're going to want to take breaks in between as well, so you're not just doing nothing but filming.
I write down my planning schedule on my whiteboard, so then it's kind of in writing and I can visualize it, which makes it easier to manage my time better, and it just gets you more motivated.
Now imagine you filmed everything and you're pretty happy with it. It's now time for the edit. Some things you need to decide are, do you want music? And if yes, where you want it. There are lots of royalty-free downloads available completely free. Music can enhance a moment in your story. It's very powerful. We've asked some young filmmakers to share editing tips. You'll want to take note of some of the apps mentioned in our next clip.
The first thing you should look for in a scene is shadows, sound and overall quality. If you're lacking these, I would either reshoot or scrap the scene. I recommend you keep your short film under 10 minutes, as this will keep the viewer interested and keep every scene entertaining.
Everything in a movie should be there for a reason. Also, it's important to get a third point of view. Because you're looking at this movie for so long, you need fresh eyes on it. So maybe get your friends or your family to have a look and give their objective opinion.
You definitely need to learn that not everything is going to make the cut, and not every little joke will get in, not every little thing you want.
I make sure that it makes sense for the narrative and that the story is still clear after an audience watches it.
We recommend using VideoShop or KindMaster, are those are the best video making apps for free.
There's loads of free editing apps online, like iMovie for iOS devices and Filmora Go for Androids.
Here is our advice just to get you started. Download a free editing app on your phone or your parents' phone. Obviously remember to ask for permission. Then set it up so that it is pointing at you. You can then use books, tripods and tripods adapters, shelves, tables, anything really which will cause the phone to record you. If you have a camera stand, then attach your phone to it. If that's unavailable, then a family member or a friend can hold it for you. Just practice filming yourself doing something you like. It could be playing a sport. It could be putting on makeup. Play with close-ups and shots further away. Don't always have the camera on your face. Take shots of your hands, feet, or different angles of your face. Edit what you have with some of the free apps we mentioned, and maybe later add in some music. And there you are. There you have it, your very first mini film. If you do want to add your voice, voiceover is always an option. We recommend searching online for a little microphone that can attach to the headphone socket of your phone. Now, here are some questions that you sent in. So, why do you make films?
I make films because I absolutely love it. It is what I love to do. It makes me happy. It is so fun. It is my passion. If I have a problem in life or a thought, I make a film about it. I express that thought or problem through film, and that is a really, really nice feeling.
I make films because I feel like with the right films, the world can be a better place.
I only ever really know why I make films when I make films, and by that I mean I just simply adore the creative process. What drives you to tell the stories that you tell?
It's to make people feel all kinds of different things, and it's just cool to think that I have that control, that I can hopefully make people laugh. or like make them feel serious about something.
Where can you get equipment that's not too expensive for filming? Honestly, I would say the best place is to shop online. Just search for any product that you want and you'll be very surprised by how cheap some of them are. They really are very accessible online. It's a great source for products for filmmaking. Definitely check it out. How do you manage your deadlines and what motivates you to finish a project?
I would recommend for deadlines is to get someone else to set a deadline for you and try and get them to push you to finish at that deadline. Make it feel like an outside force is wanting you to finish this film.
What motivates you to keep making films when facing failure or rejection?
I think it's definitely important to take breaks. There's no point on overworking yourself. If you're struggling with a certain bit in your movie, then there's no point in forcing yourself to do it right there and then. Take a breath, take a step back, and then come back with more energy and more motivation. There's no point in forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do. The prize is in the process.
Where do you see yourself in the future?
If I could have any job, I'd want to be a director, and I also love being out there and actually performing. I mean, like, it feels so great.
So as of yet, I'm not quite sure what area of the film world I want to pursue. I think my two favourite aspects of film is editing and directing, but right now I'm just very happy to be a young filmmaker.
In the future, I see myself still making films, and I hope that I have the support that I still have, but just on a much larger scale, and I hope that I can make films that lots of people can watch and enjoy and that have a positive impact on the world.
Well, my primary dream with filmmaking is to be able to write and direct my own feature films when I grow up. At the moment, I'm just working on my own short films, documentaries and YouTube videos, and so I don't know if I'm ever going to get there, but I might as well shoot for the stars, right? You know, you miss 100% of the targets you never take aim at. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed a taste of what it takes to make your very first film. If you're between the ages of 7 and 18 and interested in learning more about filmmaking, visit the RTE website, rte.ie, for more how-to guides. The Fresh team are also available to help you to start your filmmaking journey, so visit freshfilmfestival.com for more information. Submissions for the festival open in September and close in January. Thanks to Cruinniú, RTE and Fresh Film for showcasing the hard work of young people and for supporting us every step of the way. Ireland's next generation of filmmakers are in safe hands. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.